Greg Hollings here at the Albertine Executive Airport in Abu Dhabi. With me is Tamara Tursijan, one of the ABB engineers embedded in the Solar Impulse team. Tamara, hello, welcome. Please describe your role so far with the Solar Impulse team.
I've joined the Solar Impulse team 3 months ago. So ABB is one of the main sponsors, among other things, offered help and expertise of ABB engineers in the project. My title is called Ground Engineer. I'm in charge of the mobile hangar, of the control power system for the mobile hangar. It is an inflatable structure that is used in case of emergency landings or in case we have airports that cannot support the airplane. So I have upgraded their control system. I've implemented some ABB products to make it more secure, to make it redundant. Additionally, I am helping the electrical team on wiring the plane and upgrading some systems on the plane. And my role will be to travel with them around the world for the next 6 months and basically support them in anything that I can and anything that might happen.
You mentioned some ABB products. Could you describe what those are and what they do?
So basically switch gears and some relays, also power sources, power supplies for their mobile hangar power distribution cabinets.
Okay, I understand that the mobile hangar was tested today, yes, recently. Could you just briefly describe what that process is?
So the testing of mobile hangar started today at 3 a.m. Because we wanted to start during the night as there is no air traffic. We're at the airport right now, and because the temperature is of course lower. So we had to take all the equipment about 500 meters or 1 kilometer away, unpack it, which is a long process because the hangar is 180 meters wide. Then we had to redistribute the power distribution cabinets. We also had to deliver a generator, connect it all, and then start inflating the whole structure. And the mobile hangar has several different parts, and when we inflate them, we had to practice to push them closer to each other because we cannot just inflate the whole hangar around the plane. We have to make parts and then push it over the plane. So we had to practice today the whole procedure. We did some temperature tests, electricity tests, and so far everything went perfect.
When it comes to the deconstruction of the mobile hangar and the transportation, how long will that take and what's the process there?
So the total deconstruction lasts 6 to 7 hours, which is quite a lot amount of time. First we need to deattach different parts from each other. We have to roll it away from the plane, then turn off the generators, deflate each part. We need to pack it. And the packaging is quite important in this case because if we mix up the materials, it's going to be very complicated later on to see what is going where because, as I said, there are huge pieces of materials. And then it's packed in special boxes and shipped to the next location with the airport. Yeah.
And how's it going so far as being part of the Solar Impulse team, the project team? How are you feeling? It's going well? What are the challenges? What's your day-to-day routine?
I would say dynamic and interesting, first of all, because the team is very interesting. It's comprised of people of all ages, various backgrounds, very interesting life stories. For example, we have a NASA astronaut here, test pilots, people that have various backgrounds, lawyers, nurses. So just communication on day-to-day basis with them is very interesting. Our working hours are quite hectic, I would say, because we don't know when we will have allowance for test flight or when the plane is going to land. So I don't have actually a day-to-day routine, but that makes it much more interesting.
And so what's next for Tamara? What's your plan for the next few weeks? Obviously the takeoff is happening towards the end of this month, the beginning of next month. How are you going to be involved?
So before the takeoff, we need to do some tests on the plane, ground tests, to check all systems, for example, compasses, communications, and so on. And after this all works, we will have test flights. So it means preparation of the plane, analyzing of data, preparation for the landing, and putting the plane again in the hangar. So next, I would say 3 weeks are going to be just preparation for the round-the-world flight.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Tamara.
Thank you.